Okay. Patrick's here.
Okay, we are good to go.
All right. Excellent. All right. Hello and welcome. All right, I gotta get myself situated and organized here, but I'm excited to be back after a little bit of a hiatus for the summer. So let's get to rolling here. Zach, would you like to help us with roll, please?
Alrighty.
By the way, do you know that kids these days don't know what roll call means?
Okay.
I just wondered.
Kids to explain to them what a roll call is. You're saying generally.
I'm just saying, I learned that roll call isn't used anymore. It's attendance.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm ready to take attendance.
Yes, okay, go for it. Whatever you want to call it these days.
Chairperson Lindsay
Of
Dolman.
course, yes.
Okay. Vice Chair Shaheen. You're here. There you go. Wake up, wake up. Okay. Commissioner Aaron Adele.
Here.
Commissioner Jeannie
Here.
Donovan. Commissioner Stephanie Canuli. No. Commissioner Lant.
Here.
There you are. 50-50.
You can do this. I believe in you.
I believe.
I believe in you.
I believe
in you.
in you.
I believe.
Okay.
I believe, he believes in you.
Commissioner Donovan said Livy. Commissioner Livy. Thank you. Commissioner Westfall. Okay. Commissioner Kumari. Commissioner De Saulnay, not here. Commissioner Guido.
Present.
Okay. We have a quorum.
Excellent. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. We have public comment available at this time. So members of the public may speak on any item not on the agenda, but within the commission scope during this public comment section of the meeting. And that would be Patrick. You're Cynthia, right? Yes, okay. Cynthia, you're on the agenda, so you have your own spot.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Patrick Reamer. I'm the Senior Community Library Manager of the Pleasant Hill Library. It's nice to be back at the Education Commission. Of course, I get to see many of the commissioners at the library, being stellar readers that you are, modeling literacy for all the young people in town. Last time I was here, I was talking about summer reading, and we had a very big year for the Pleasant Hill Library with our summer reading program. We had over 1,390 finishers. That, of course, doesn't count all the kids who picked up a passport and were reading but didn't come in to get prizes. But that was a 22% increase over last summer. So we like to see those numbers continue to climb. Tonight, though, I wanted to share a little bit about some of our goals for the school year. Some of you may be aware that there is some new state legislation, SB 321, which sets out an initiative to ensure that every student has access to a public library by the time they finish third grade. That's always been our goal. We want every student in town to have a library card and to have access to their beautiful new library. But we're working really hard as a state and across the county and certainly in Pleasant Hill to try to meet this ambitious goal of ensuring that every student by the end of third grade has a card. This is complicated by the fact that, of course, to get a card as a young person, you need to have a parent signature. And it's made even more complex by the fact that many of our families are not feeling comfortable registering for anything, right, with the government, even if it is your friendly local library. So we do have some crosswinds, but I'm really confident that, we've been working on building strong relationships with our Pleasant Hill schools in no small part because we have this wonderful commission here to help us facilitate those relationships. But we're really trying to, really reach the hand out to make sure that we're getting all of these kids cards. And where possible, inviting them to the library for a tour and a visit and to kind of get comfortable with the stacks and how to find things. But we're also making that outreach to the schools particularly if you're Valhalla and you're on the other side of town, it's not easy to bus kids across the city. So we're really trying to set up as many engagements as possible. And one way that we're trying to open the door even wider is with a new landing page on the library's website. So ccclib.org is your website for the Contra Costa County Library. And there is now a special landing page there for teachers and educators specifically. If you just Google CCC Lib and teachers, it'll take you straight there. But I can share the link as well. And basically, this would be a place for teachers who would like to get a visit from their local librarian to say, hey, I've got a third grade class and we would like for them all to get library cards. If you could come in and do a little reading, Patrick, do your little song and dance. I'm happy to arrange that visit. Or if they fill out the little form and say, we would like to come to you, when can we come? It can begin that conversation. So we already have longstanding relationships with many of the classrooms, but this is a way to make sure that anybody at the drop of a hat who's like, man, it would be really great if a librarian came in a couple weeks and told us how to use this research database, right? They could fill out this form from this educators page and we can set that up with them. So this is an offering across the entire county. But of course, it's something when they specify that they're a Pleasant Hill school, that email is going to go to me and my team so we can set it up. So I'm really, really optimistic about what we can accomplish this school year and build on the already robust card drives that we've been doing. A couple final notes I'll mention about our progress in getting into the schools. We've been doing for the last few years an orientation to every sixth grader at the Pleasant Hill Middle School, which is, of course, across the street. That's really important because so many of them come to visit us and play with us after school every day. We want to make sure, especially, that they have cards so when they come, they can get the most out of their library. But we're looking to expand that to the other middle schools in town. And then we've made some strides too with College Park. Some of you have been following some of the renaissance of the resource space, re-envisioning a library for the students that are there now. And my staff are working closely with the administration, particularly some of the VPs, to really try to get some books back into that space. They've done a beautiful job of recarpeting, new furniture. For those of you who haven't seen the pics, it's looking really nice and comfortable. And we'd like to help them get some books back on the shelves and also ensure that every College Park student has a card, which means that they could access all of our digital resources 24/7 to do any of their work. And of course, ebooks and e-audiobooks and museum passes and all the amazing things, right, that the library card affords them. So I look forward to coming back again to give you an update on how that outreach and those school connections are going. And yeah, just wanted to share that. Thank you for having me tonight.
Patrick, quick question for you. When I worked in the district 5+ years ago now, in order to get presenters easily in, there had to be like a clearance, like a general clearance. Have you gotten that?
That's a great question. Yeah. So that was always the bane of my existence. It's like, I'm a former MDUSD staff person too. Like, you have my live scan. Can I come and do this? And so for many years, I would have to go and do the TB test like on my own just to get in there. Fortunately, we have worked with the Office of Ed to get the blanket coverage for all of our staff. So basically anybody that I would send to a school has already been to the Office of Ed, had gone through the fingerprinting and the clearance, and we have documentation to prove it. So we can show up at any MDUSD school without getting bounced.
Awesome.
Great question.
Yeah, that's just nice if you have a principal who's like, well, they don't have clearance. Sometimes you'll get that wall. So this is nice to know that that wall is down. So thank you, Patrick. I know that can be really tough. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Any other public comment?
Actually, Patrick, is there anything that you need help with in terms of getting in touch with schools? Or you guys, you guys have
So
great
yeah,
relationships.
what would be great, and again, I can forward on the specific link, but it's pretty easy to find, is, if your school hasn't yet, been tuned into this, and they've been hearing it from the top, but it's great to hear it from all sides. I just want them to have that. And honestly, you can share my direct email with any teacher, anybody at any school. I want to be friends with them if I'm not already. So anything that you can do to let them know that we are waiting for them, basically. We are there with open arms to help them with whatever they need. And sometimes those are really specific things. I think Becky from Sequoia has talked a little bit about their big capstone project for fifth graders and the way that the library has been a support for them in doing some foundational sort of building some research skills for these specialized projects. That's definitely something that we can do. But yeah, there's still, I look at the numbers and I know not every child in Pleasant Hill has their own library card. And so we really want to make sure that any support comes with that card because that will set them up for a long time. Yeah.
Thank you.
I got a question real quick. You just said something about the numbers. How do you measure and what's your goal?
Yeah, so we have a tool that we use. It's basically like a marketing tool where we can basically map our market penetration. And the real number that we look at is basically active card use in the household. Because many families just say, you know what, we've got a card. When we go down to the library, we're all going to check it out on mom or dad's card. We recognize that just because youth doesn't yet have their own card doesn't necessarily mean that this household isn't actively using the library. When cards are used, we want to make sure that folks are using that card regularly, and we can see folks who are active card holders who've used their card in the last 6 months, or folks who got a card and then never used it, right? And we use that data to reach out and remind them of these awesome resources we have. We now have a more active e-newsletter that gets blasted out to talk about all the wonderful enrichment events that we have. Some of you may have seen those that just say, come down every Tuesday night for a family event, or come down on Wednesdays for arts and crafts, or Lego Club on Saturdays. And what we also do is try to map it. And of course, any of you could guess, the further away you get from the library, right, the market penetration drops off. And then we also see the way in which 680 forms a wall, basically, that we need to hop. And so, we make extra effort to try to get out to and to engage with those schools that are further away geographically from us. We consistently get the visits of the second graders that walk down from PHE, that walk over from Sequoia. But Valhalla, we have to go out, right? Fair Oaks, they actually have been getting a bus to come to us to make sure their second graders get to do those library card drives and the library visits. So yeah, that's really, what we're looking at is market penetration and household use. But we can, I can use census data and say, how many kids under 18 live in Pleasant Hill, and I can see that number is, we have a long ways to go. Now, like I said, are you going to get your 5-year-old a card? Maybe we'll wait until, they're ready, right, to track their own materials. But thank you. But yeah, we look at those numbers and we try to, we always try to bump them up as wherever we can.
Awesome. Thank you. That's really helpful.
Yeah.
Oops. Anything else for Patrick? Thank you for being here. It's always great. And Patrick did let me know that the quilt from our June 19th event is up in the library, and Sue was doing a tour and got to show it off. So that's exciting. And we'll talk about, I need to connect with you to get that down for our presentation that we'll do shortly, but then we can bring it back. So we can talk. So thank you, Patrick. Awesome. The next item on the agenda is to approve the minutes from June. And so they are on the table there if you would like. I have not had a chance to read them yet. So I was going to take a minute to read through them. Looks good to me. Anybody want to motion to approve the minutes?
Motion.
Commissioner
motion.
Levy. Motions. Does anybody want to second it?
I second it.
Was that Aaron or Jeff?
That was me.
That was Aaron. All right. Excellent. All those in favor of approving the minutes for June 26, 2025, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nays. Hearing none, motion passes. All right, Cynthia, you're next. So we have a presentation by the Pleasant Hill Magazine with Cynthia, and you're welcome to stand or grab the mic from Patrick. She is interested in creating a junior reporters team or reporters, I guess, getting junior reporters from our local schools, which I think is a really, really cool opportunity. So Cynthia, tell us more.
Hi, Cynthia, you're welcome to come find space here instead of the table or talk from there, whichever one you want.
Actually, I just want to stand, if that's okay, and,
Do you want to use the mic that's right next to you? Oh, you're gonna have a harder time because you have materials.
all right, well, I'm kind of old school, the mimeograph machine, so.
Okay.
Athletes are right.
Cynthia, the reason why you have to hold the microphone is so that we can hear your voice on the live stream video.
Aaron, yeah, I was gonna say, Aaron, will you just turn, there you go.
You can just pass that. Okay, hi, I'm Cynthia Tedmus. I am a Pleasant Hill resident, and I have 3 sons that I put through or went through the Pleasant Hill school system, and they're all quite successful, and went on to 2 to Cal Poly and 1 to the Maritime Academy, and they're all moved out of state, left me, took all my grandkids. I have 8 grandkids. So I was kind of losing my mind, and I decided to start a publication. I started out looking for a church directory or a bulletin, for my church, and I didn't find anything for them, but I thought, oh, this would be really cool for our community because can pass these around. Because, COVID kind of beat us up pretty good and everybody was, well, you know what happened, but am I supposed to hold this like away?
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Anyway, this publication is about the community. It's by the community and for the community. I am the publisher. I contract with a firm that does all the printing and the graphic design and the digital design and the, billing and all that. And I just get to be the local face, and it's just been really a hoot. So what we do is we just focus on local kids. There's no Warriors or Niners. It's just the little Pee Wee softball guys and your kids and whatever, high school sports, or if you've got a musician, or maybe you just have somebody that's got a cool pet or a fish, or, what we're trying to do here is allow somebody from each school in the district, write an article or write a little essay or something about 100 to 300 words, and just about somebody in their school that they want to highlight, or it could even be, maybe there's a family that's having struggles, something, sad happened or whatever. We like to help them out, right? Sometimes I put, families that maybe need a little extra resources, which just, it's pretty open. So what I'm not sure how this all works, but if you could get this information to each of the schools, then otherwise I have to make an appointment and go in and all that. And so, yeah, we're going to have, you can call them a junior reporter, you can call them a storyteller, whatever, but they will submit something to us. The information's on there. I can get that to you in email too. And then with a photo, if they have maybe a picture of them with their ribbon, or maybe they got into a D1 school on a scholarship, whatever. We're just very open, and the whole idea being that somebody on campus, even, if it's a little kindergartner, that'd be a terrific view. What's a, it's just a neat way to kind of make everybody a big fish, in a little pond instead of being overlooked and a little fish in a big pond. So that's what we do. I just did an article. This gal was nominated. Most of these, actually all the people that we have on the front of our magazine, they're nominated by the community. So Mrs. Schlier, I'm not sure how you say her name.
Did it right.
Was retiring from Valhalla after 28 years. And somebody nominated her to be on the front cover. And so I have a content coordinator. She interviewed her. And I have a photographer, took pictures. And I couldn't believe all the tributes that people sent in for her. So those are all in here. And that's just what we do. We support local businesses. Bless you. And we are supported by local businesses. They fund it. So we encourage, the community to, work with us. That's what we're trying to do. Just keep it all in the family. So, yeah. Any questions? Oh, I still need this. Sorry.
So it looks like we'll reach out to the schools and then individually they'll reach out to you at the email here at the bottom.
Yeah, I don't know how they want to set it up in their school, like if each of the teachers, and I don't know if we're going to just pick one reporter from each school. I don't think that's very, very good because, their kids, they're going to drop off, or whatever. So it's good to have layers. And even if they can submit stories on our website. And that's on there. It's called Pleasant Hill Friends and Neighbors. And there's a landing page and then there's a tab that says share feedback or share, stories. And then if it doesn't get in the magazine, we'll, put it on the Facebook page or something. So everybody gets some recognition. Yeah.
So the children who will participate in writing or reporting, whatever they want to share, is it a rewardful process or it's just like a engaging process?
Is it a what process?
It's a rewardful process or just an engaging process? A reward. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, no, they just get their, the glory of being in a local. Woo-hoo. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And the parents get employed.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. And it sounds crazy, but everybody has that 4.0 kid or 4.5, whatever it is now. And I'm kind of rooting for the underdog guy, the guy that, got picked last on the basketball team or whatever, right? I just want everybody to kind of encourage their fellow students and just sort of make the school aware of, if they have somebody special there.
How many applicants did you look for? And how many articles you want to select?
Well, we were limited right now. This magazine I just did this like last November. So we're only 16 pages right now. And we go to about 3,500 homes in print. So it doesn't go to everybody in Pleasant Hill. So there's a lot of people that won't even get it. But the schools will, be able to participate. What was the question? I forgot.
You all get a few people, is that?
Oh, that's right. Well, we only have so much room. So I would say as many as you can get. If somebody, is so motivated to submit an article, we can always queue them up. And if we have a down month or somebody's, Christmas or whatever, then we can pull from our reserves. Yeah. Yeah.
We do get it. My family does get it. Oh, I have to say hi to my daughter. I get about 3, but she's avid watcher of the meeting. And we do get it, and we do read it. We didn't, when we first got it, we didn't know what it was at first, and we're like, oh, this is kind of cool. But my question, you mentioned this, is if we can get an electronic version of this, because I think that's the easiest way to get it to like the principals.
Sure.
And the schools, that would be awesome. And yeah, and that way I don't have to like go stick it in their craw. That would be great. And I think that's a really good way to just like get it to also maybe to the parent groups as well, because sometimes they're good at sharing that information, maybe with parents too, who might be interested in getting their children to participate.
Does that come from me or is that through the?
If you share that with Lindsay and Zach, they
you
can
just
get it
get
to
us
us.
this?
And then we give it to our schools. So we
Okay.
each are liaisons with individual schools within. the
Okay,
district.
great. Yeah,
Yeah, so did you? Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
yeah, I can send it.
Aaron.
It's better if you give us a PDF though, right? Than
Right.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Right. Technology is not my forte, in case you hadn't figured that out. But,
You can send it to me, Cynthia. If you can email this to me, then I
Okay.
can get it to Zach.
yeah, I'm just, I kind of want to get my landing page logo or,
Yeah,
all that on there and I need to figure that out.
Okay.
But I can do it.
you can do it.
I know I can.
Cynthia, how is it determined which 3,500 residents in the city get the magazine?
Well, it's an algorithm kind of based on home value, believe it or not. And
Sure.
so with the idea of being every homeowner has a floor, so they all need carpeting. So a floor, it's good news for flooring contractors. They all have landscaping needs. So if you're, a landscaper, you might want to participate in the magazine. You name it, roofers, HVAC, tutors, anything that has to do with, the family and the community. And that's kind of
They're
how,
primarily going to single family homes, then not.
single family homes, right? In print. Now,
Print.
we go, we geographically reinforce that with digital. But yeah, that's kind of how it works right now.
Okay.
But they are private magazines, so they don't go to everybody and they don't go to, anyway.
You're able to subscribe.
No, you can't subscribe. Mm-mm.
Got it.
Like a stack to leave at school or something like that. Is there a place I could pick up the latest issue?
Mm-mm. Makes it a little bit of a challenge, so,
Rob his house?
Yeah.
yeah, just go over there.
Other things we take.
The other thing I wanted to mention is, did anybody get the Northgate magazine?
Yep, right here.
Okay, so I publish the Pleasant Hill Community Magazine, but we have publishers all over the country. And we have a magazine in Northgate with another publisher. And some of the schools, Mount Diablo schools are in Northgate, right? And Ignacio and,
Yep, this
Yeah.
commission just serves Pleasant Hill.
oh, it does?
Yep, so we're not the Mount Diablo Unified School District Commission by any means. We are the only city in the entire district, Mount Diablo Unified School District, that has this education commission. So
Oh,
we're really unique. And so it's kind of unique that you have just a Pleasant Hill magazine because our school district is all encompassing, but we just serve the schools that serve Pleasant Hill residents primarily. And we're focused on the public schools.
okay, great.
Yeah.
So I'll take that one back.
Yeah. No, that's great. Thank you. I think it's a cool opportunity to share with families. I have known almost every family on the front. It's kind of embarrassing. This is like, who am I gonna know on the next issue? But there have been some people that I haven't known, and it was kind of fun to read their stories. And they're getting a little bit more diverse, and so that's kind of fun.
Are you talking about Pleasant Hill?
Yeah, the Pleasant Hill magazine.
Oh, you
Yeah,
get it too?
I get it too.
Oh,
Yep.
lovely.
You get it?
Yes.
Where all do you live?
I live by Sequoia.
Okay,
I do live near Strand, relatively near Strand.
yeah.
It's kind of cool. I'll bring mine in and share it with anybody who doesn't have it, but thank you for your presentation. And if so what we'll do is you guys will have this if you wanted to go in person to your schools. Jeannie, did you have a question?
Yes, I have a question. How do you get it digitally?
Digitally, it's just on the Facebook page, right? Is that how you get it digitally?
The digitally is just the ads.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because it is a private magazine.
Okay.
We are starting to put the, one of the things that makes our magazine unique is that we have the ability to let the advertisers write educational articles.
Mm.
So the community gets to know them. I can give you a really cool example, because I didn't really get how the whole thing worked, when I first started, because, there's a lot of things that have changed now with, oh God, here we go. Now there's print and then there's digital, like Facebook and Instagram, right? And display ads all over every different 2 million plus websites. And then there's SEO, which is search engine optimization. So kind of the way people shop these days is they see the ad either online or in the print. They go Google it, and then they go right to reviews and they go, oh, I don't want to do business with that person, or I do want to do business with that person. And so that's the digital part of what we do. But we are now going to be, apparently, I just got an email this morning, we're going to be having the expert contributors be able to have their articles online. And I didn't really understand how it all worked initially, but now I do. There's a gentleman in the magazine, he's got a Walnut Creek Automotive on Contra Costa Boulevard. And since he's been in the magazine, he's doubled the size of his shop. He shared with me, oh, I'm expanding. He bought the place next door. And I said, oh, we ought to do a little business profile on you, which we did. And he wrote this terrific little article, and no. Anyway, I don't know about you, but sometimes people stereotype, automotive guys and construction guys. It's not necessarily being brainiacs, right? So anyway, this guy, he's a graduate of UC Berkeley in like physics and engineering, and he just loves to watch how all the parts come together, and figure things out. And he had a wicked sense of humor. He's got a shop dog. He had people walking in there with their magazine, or, I want to walk the shop dog, you take care of my car. It was unbelievable. It just shows you that, once we get to know our neighbors, everybody's great. It's all that stuff in between. And he just, that's kind of what we do. We just humanize these businesses, and, the people in the community can trust them. And that's what we do. Anyway, it works.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, Cynthia.
you're welcome. Can I get?
Yeah. Awesome. You're welcome to take these back. We don't need to hoard your magazines, but thank you very, very much. You're welcome to stay and see what we do for the rest of the Education Commission, or you can go and retire to your lovely evening.
Okay. Oh, you want that? Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you. All right.
Oh, one more thing.
Yeah.
If you have a family or that you want to nominate, reach out to me, and we'll vet them. Thank you.
What'd you say? Yeah. All right. Thank you. And actually Marcus Hopper from the Firecracker 5K was the one who kind of connected us. I think they did a good promotion of the Firecracker 5K. And so that's sort of where they're working together. But I don't know if you guys know, Pleasant Hill used to have that almost exact same kind of magazine for like 10 years. And then right around the pandemic time, it went away. So this is kind of fun to see it come back with a fresh look. And yeah, I'm sure it's an advertiser's dream, but
I was kind of confused. Is there a private company that sort of decides that this city is going to have this and we're going to fund it through ads? And we're gonna
think
use
so.
our like scaled mechanisms that we've built.
I think so.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I just wonder if there's a way to expand how many people get the magazine.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to, but apparently not.
Apparently it's private. I didn't realize it was private because it just comes to me, but
I don't know what that, I don't know what that means either. Private, like, what's a public magazine?
I feel like the Outlook, I think. The Outlook
Okay,
goes out
okay.
to everybody, right?
Right.
Everyone with an address, except for Pooja, who never seems to get the Outlook. For whatever reason, her street continues to get missed, but,
And it's not publicly accessible, meaning you can't request it,
Yeah.
or it's only sent to people who have.
Addresses that are above a certain
Yeah.
market value
Yeah.
because they're targeting with the ads.
Right,
Yeah.
and that
Yeah,
the
okay.
authors of some of the articles are actually ads because they're marketing their product. If you
Yeah.
look at the expert contributors,
see.
they're actually writing
Yeah,
articles that are advertising their product.
yeah,
When you read
Okay.
this,
I got it.
and that they choose families that are a particular kind of family.
Yep.
Yeah.
Target, yeah.
Yeah, I think that the term private, I also thought that meant, oh, it's privately owned, but I don't think that that's what that means. It means that you cannot go to a newsstand and
Right.
purchase it. It's not available to the general public.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I got it.
And I think
okay.
that's kind of like with the expert contributors, I think that's why she's requesting the brevity of the,
Right.
yeah, the
I
100
do
to 300.
think one of the concerns I'm having now is that students might be writing for something that they would not be entitled to receive in a public
Yeah.
school, and that they may not be able to be represented in.
Mhm.
So, given their families, so.
I think it's definitely something to be aware of. I do think it's a cool opportunity for us to get the word out. It does have some,
I think it would
Limits.
be
Drawbacks or
wise to look
concern?
into that further to see if,
How about we can ask her if the article is getting selected from particular school, then she should drop a magazine at a school so that the student can have access to that.
Yeah.
That way we
At
can solve
minimum,
this
yeah.
problem, yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
But it sounds like, from what I'm hearing, like the risk of the publication itself and what it poses to a public commission should probably be assessed before endorsing it,
I would agree.
is what
Yeah.
is kind of the sentiment I'm hearing from a couple members.
Got it.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. And do we want to discuss that together? Do we want to discuss this before we put it out there? I think it's good to think about what we want to do. I'm trying to think about brevity and discussion. Do we want to save this for next month, a more thorough discussion and just hold this and understand it? Or do you want to have a brief discussion tonight and then we can decide if we want to table it for next month? Next month?
I
Yeah.
recommend tabling and giving members that are maybe more interested in doing some research to become informed.
Yeah.
Rather than have a conversation now, because I'm just learning of many of these things at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
It would be really
Yeah.
hard to, I think, have an informed
Agreed.
conversation with the
Okay.
group.
Great. I love this idea. So you have this here and if and when Cynthia sends it to me, I will wait until the commission says, hey, we want to send this out. And I think those are really good conversations to have. And so, well, we'll kind of pause. It's good to know. And we can kind of go from there. That sound okay? Okay. It's always nice to know. I'm glad we got a little bit of extra information. We asked some questions to know a little bit more. Okay, so let's go on to the 3 strategic plan pillars and the subcommittees. It has been a couple months since most of us have met and I'm not even sure where we all are. So let's maybe you guys have extensive reports. Pillar number 1, the engage pillar, which is Stephanie, Kyle, Shaheen, and Kayla. Anything to report?
I do not have anything to report.
We've fully engaged with everyone, so we're all done
You're engaging? You're done? You're wedded?
All fully engaged.
You've completed the pillar.
The pillar is fully
The pillar
built
is
and
done.
engaged. We're all engaged here.
Okay.
Chair, no, we did not have a chance to meet since the last because we didn't meet last month and we were trying to come up with a time to meet in that off month and we did not meet in order to come up with the list. And so we need to do that between now and our next meeting.
Got it.
Okay.
All right. Pillar 2. Aaron, Ann, Pooja, and Jeff.
It's, yeah, similar. We need to meet. But we do have an item to discuss, but it's number 11 on the agenda, so
Yep.
we could save it.
Okay, great. And then we just, pillar number 3, we met right afterwards and I can't remember what we discussed.
We have nothing to report.
We have nothing to report at this time. Great, excellent.
Wobbly pillars here.
Yes, we have some pillars that took a little bit of a break, maybe.
How dare you?
How dare us, yeah. I have a note on here that says CAC regarding summer, and I do not know what that means. So we're gonna find out. Okay, so the next item on the agenda is we are scheduled, right, Zach, for September 8th? Just coming right up. So we are ready for our annual report at the city council meeting. And I would invite anybody who would like to do this report. It's a great way to get in front of the city council. I have a PowerPoint template that I am happy to share with you from the previous year, and you're welcome to update it and we can kind of talk about highlights of this year. Also want to hear if there's any highlights that you want to make sure that gets in there as we go.
Just quickly, it's at 7, right?
It's at 7, yeah.
I think that I feel like we just did this, but maybe really, yeah, that's blowing my mind. But I don't know, so I don't quite remember what we talked about last year, but I think the city art display is definitely top of mind because that was, I think, overwhelmingly positive for the community. I think the quilt, I think the Tinkers and Thinkers thing that we did, I'm assuming that was between a year ago and this year. My recollection of the timing might be wrong.
An official education commission activity though.
Okay, then throw it in the garbage.
All right.
I certainly can talk about the, well, yeah, that was the
On
first thing.
Thinkers and Thinkers, were you saying that it should not? I mean, if education commissioners showed up and participated, that would still be okay to mention.
But it wasn't an official education commission activity because we hadn't voted.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Some commissioners showed up, but it wasn't.
We're kind of
I got
testing
you.
it out, but we
Okay.
weren't official. Yeah. So it's okay, but we can, yeah, I'm happy to work with anybody on it.
I think that also the bi-weekly city newsletter, we have our own section now there that's just got, some news from around the district. That I don't know if I should ask Jeff if he's gotten positive or negative feedback. I'm sure he hasn't gotten any feedback on it, but worth the ask. What else did we do? I don't know if
I'm
it's,
gonna look through my minutes.
yeah, the minutes might be helpful. I mean, we, volunteered at booths and had great discussions, but
Would it be helpful if there was a committee that was formed to put together the annual report? I can send that committee all of the minutes for the past year.
yes,
Who would like to be on that committee?
I'll
Aaron?
I'm good at stuff like that.
Wait, what pillar does this fall under? Communicate and celebrate.
knew
Aaron,
it.
Ann, Pooja, Jeff.
Happy to help.
Okay. Will you send it to the three of us?
So Aaron and Pooja?
Jeff and Pooja?
And I'm
Jeff
leaving
and
you out
Pooja.
because you haven't raised your voice. Do you want to be a part of it? Sure.
And
Okay,
Ann. Yeah.
so this, yeah,
Yeah.
the whole, that's a subcommittee. And I'll send you the old, well, I'll send it to Zach, the one from last year, and you can
That'd be great.
change out the
So-
pictures.
Aaron, Jeff, Pooja, and Ann
Yep.
will be on
Pillar
the
two.
committee and presenting on September 8th, and I'll send you all the minutes. Okay.
Sounds good.
How long is the presentation? It's just like 10 minutes or something?
less, yeah.
Less than that.
And they may ask you some questions. I'm gonna come and support you from the back.
Do we
What
know?
time it will be? Around evening?
Seven.
7.
7?
And I don't think if the pillar two puts it together, not everyone has to be there. You can also take turns, however, whatever works for your schedules. So,
Do we know the date of last year's so that we could look that up through the YouTube?
I don't offhand.
I have it.
Do you, yeah,
You do? Okay.
Just looking.
good idea.
At my slides. What date was it? I just don't know the date.
And if anyone besides the 4 folks that are on the committee to put together the presentation wanted to be a part of the presentation, that would be okay, just so you know.
I'm happy to come and support. I don't know if I need to be a part of the presentation kind of thing. So.
Thanks.
Yeah, I am happy to be a part of the presentation. I'll do whatever's required.
You do have there's a dance portion.
I will bring it on the dance portion.
The choreo is
Yeah.
I'll bring my own linoleum.
It was about in July of July 20 something. I have it modified July 24th. So my guess, is
Okay.
I modified it on the day before I presented it is my guess. Yeah, exactly. Right.
Okay.
So somewhere in July of last year. I'm pretty sure Kyle that may be when we introduced you
And there was,
and Tara, I believe. Pooja, you were there when we did that last year. Yeah. I remember that's when I met your baby. Your now old baby. Yeah. The toddler now. Yes.
no, I think I was I don't think I was,
Oh, you weren't at this one?
no, I was not at this one. I was at the one before.
Oh, okay.
It was an earlier one when you were there for the diversity.
Oh, yeah.
Mission, right.
Okay. So that must have been
Yes.
in June and this was in
Yeah.
July. Okay.
Yeah,
got
that
it.
was also complicated choreo.
Yes. Okay.
Mhm.
Excellent. Awesome. The next on the item on the agenda is the update on the community quilt display. Has been completed. It is at the library. I was thinking that it might be cool to get it for the meeting on September 8th,
Yeah.
to bring it from the library to the event. And then that's your choreography is dancing with it.
Or turn it into a class. Oh.
It's a quilt. It could be a robe. I mean, yes, we've got all kinds of
A
ideas. So,
caftan.
I will connect with Patrick and then I'll plan on bringing it that day. Zach, I think I gave you the quilt display. I think I gave you the small thing, right? I gave you the stand.
Oh,
So we'll need to-
did I give it back to you?
No, you said you could keep it in your office.
Oh,
I'm
my.
pretty sure. It's in your
Okay.
office. It's like a small bag.
Yeah, why don't we go look for it right after this meeting? It might be in the dungeon.
Okay.
We'll just go grab it right now. Okay.
Sounds good. I was thinking that would be good. And then if Patrick wants it back, we can give it back to Patrick. If he doesn't, then we'll just keep it in our hot little hands. And that's the student public art. Oh, that's a community quilt display. Now let's go to the student public art display, which we had talked about last time.
Yeah, I think we have a
Oh.
display there, right, until September 1st.
So the display should be from Valhalla.
Yep.
I coordinated the start and then ghosted
Yes.
because I was traveling.
Kyle picked you up, I believe.
Yes, I was
on-
there and we set it up. I was there for setup and it's still there. And who's coming next?
College Park.
College Park, okay.
September 24 from Park High.
From
That's
College
my
Park,
day.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Park High School.
Cool. Awesome.
Great.
This is great. So now we'll have. Wait, we had Valhalla, Sequoia? Do we have both Sequoia?
Sequoia Elementary.
And Valhalla,
And now again, I'm.
College Park, and you're on it. So now College Park. We're gonna just move Pooja around every year. So that the art display follows Pooja. So know that it's a middle school's turn soon. Should we want,
Better move.
I'm-
Push into a middle school.
Yeah. it's I'll try to get.
Go for this.
Yes, Sequoia Middle's supposed to be next. If
Oh, good.
College Park.
After her,
Yes.
after College Park, which will be when?
When did they, what do we, 2 months, I think, right? Till to,
It's up to us, how long we wanna keep it.
Yeah.
Within reason.
yeah.
Oh,
We usually do 2 months, Jeannie, but since that puts it at November 24th, which is the middle of
To
Thanksgiving.
take it down, I will need someone help because I won't be here
Okay.
in October and November. So I will need help, somebody to take it down.
We can
Yeah,
help
we
you.
can, we can handle that.
So Pooja, just so I understand, you're gonna, so the art will be ready on September 24th. So the idea is to come install it on the 24th?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
gonna display here on 24th.
Okay.
And Jeannie, if you need help with Sequoia Middle, my son goes there now and is already infamous, so already know the principal, so happy to get his art teacher, involved and make connections.
For November.
November.
Yeah.
When we're trying, we hadn't gotten a real secure schedule yet, so we're kind of still piecemealing it together. But so now it sounds like we got September through November. Maybe we've got let's call it November through January or February, because that'll be some of the winter months. So we would be looking for somebody sometime in the late winter, early spring. So late January, February, March for somebody who hasn't yet gone. It would be, kind of one of the schools that hasn't gone. So Strandwood, Valley View, PHMS, there's only one high school, so now we're done with that one. And then we can go to, Hidden Valley would be great, Fair Oaks would be great. But I think we're still a little in that we don't have quite a schedule yet because we don't have folks on board quite yet. So we're being a little flexible. And I think if Sequoia, Pleasant Hill Elementary is itching to get back, we just need to kind of start deciding what could we tell them for a reasonable expectation that say Fair Oaks is yeah, we're not interested. Okay, then Sequoia Elementary, you can come back.
Yeah, so Sequoia, we can always use Sequoia Elementary also as a backup.
Mhm.
I will always be able to get art from them at any time.
Yeah.
So if we really run into trouble, but I think Sequoia Middle, if we can swing it, but November might be a tricky time. Just because it's.
I'll be
middle.
talking to him. I meet with him
Yeah.
pretty
We
regularly.
can,
so-
yeah, we could push it. Like December, January, whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
What happens to the art that comes down? Do we
It's
just burn it?
burned, we throw it in the fire.
We burn it.
It's a dance, it's choreographed.
cleansing
Take
Are you
it, take
familiar
it
with
down and
potlatch?
give it back to the teacher.
Burn.
Let's just coordinate and I can help get it back or I'll help get it back.
Okay,
But yeah.
yeah.
I think we need to contact the art teacher from Valhalla to come and collect it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, or you can collect, you can collect it and bring it to them too, which is what I did, whatever's.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Great.
And then
all right.
just a reminder for Pooja, since you're next up, remember the 8.5 by 11 little signs to create those, and I can send you the template
Yes.
in Microsoft Word, and then you can just print it out and make sure you have stands for the artwork because the city doesn't supply that.
We have that Google Sheets guide, right?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. The next is the update on the Education Commission letter from the mayor to Pleasant Hill Schools. This was part of Pillar 3. That's what we worked on. That's what I'm sorry. Excuse me, back in Pillar 3 would like to report that we have completed our end of this piece and it is now in the mayor's hands. Well, it's in Zach's hands. It hasn't gone out, right, Zach?
That is correct. I am taking the lead from the strategic plan pillar committees. I have no report on this. My committee has not met since the last meeting, but yes, it is in my hands and I hope to get the mayor's signature on it very shortly.
Great.
Chair Dolman, I recall Zach saying that the pillars were weak. Perhaps.
I would like to say that the foundation.
Point of order.
Objecting, right?
Perhaps the foundation of some of these pillars belongs in the hands of.
Secretly talking about myself, yeah.
All right. So it should be going out. It's, the letters just says, I hope the year's off to a good start. So know that if you don't have a connection with your school, that will come in. It might help grease a wheel. It is the first time we've ever done it, so we'll see. We're seeing. Oh,
Apologies.
we'll see if this letter helps. But it's a good starting point. And thank you for all of your contributions about your lovely selves. Okay.
And may I?
Yeah,
ask
absolutely.
Zach a
Sorry, Tara.
question? Can we get notified as soon as the letter goes out?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
yeah. I'll notify the entire commission.
Awesome, thank you.
Okay. And the next piece is the discussion regarding the school events calendar, which is what pillar number 2 was working on or is working on, was working on. Do you want, I want to take the lead on the discussion?
Do you want to go, or I can give an update either way?
Go for it.
Go for it. Okay. So I think at the last meeting back in June, Aaron brought up the idea of creating a link on the city's Education Commission webpage that would be a kind of a real-time updated calendar of events occurring at Mount Diablo School District, schools located in Pleasant Hill. So staff did kind of review the viability of that. It's not something that we can do because we don't have any links on our website that are managed by third-party individuals or commissioners or groups or organizations, and we don't have the bandwidth to keep it curated and up to date. So one of the suggestions that I mentioned to Aaron, we had talked about it between meetings, is that perhaps the Mount Diablo School District might be open to either a calendar of events just for Pleasant Hill schools or a calendar of events for all schools within the Mount Diablo School District. But then, Pleasant Hill parents can go look at that calendar and identify events that are occurring in Pleasant Hill. So that's the update.
Yep. And I just have not heard back from whom I reached out to at MDUSD, not a big surprise. However, I did build an AI agent that goes and scrapes a bunch of sources for news and events, puts it together into a consolidated email, and then sends it to Jeff on a regular basis. So the key trick is the email. So I set up an email account called, I think it's PH Events or something like that at Gmail. And last year I emailed all the principals and I said, like, email me about things you want us to publish. Some of them got back to me about some stuff. I let them go for the summer. I don't know if we have the exact same principles this year. I think there might have been some changes. So I have to go update that list. But the intention would be to kind of build, originally the intention was to build some kind of system where principals email this account with events that they want the community to be invited to, because there definitely are events that they don't, that are really just for the students. And then, we talked about having this link on the website, and then, maybe creating like a calendar. You can create a Google Calendar that other people can subscribe to. That was one option. And then Zach and I talked, and MDUSD is definitely a source of events, but they don't have all of them. Each school has their own, events, and the MDUSD knows about a lot of them. But the Pleasant Hill Library also has events, and there are perhaps other sources of events and things that are relevant to students in education in Pleasant Hill. And I'd like to do is at least start by aggregating all of them, the sources, so that I can at least unify it all into one place, and then figure out what to do with that information beyond just sending it to Jeff to put in the newsletter. So my question to the commission, if off the top of your head, you could think of any other sources. I have College Park's events website. I have MDUSD's events website. And then I have this email, which in theory, principals are emailing me things. I'm skeptical whether or not that's going to fully work. And then I have the Pleasant Hill Library events website. And I pull from all three, but there must be others that I'm not even thinking of. Like, at one point there was a choral group or something, like a student choral group.
That would be at College Park.
The College Park one, I couldn't find that website. I didn't look very hard, but stuff like that.
That's cool, like to think about where does anything, like, is there anything published out on a website that basically your bot control, basically,
Exactly.
right? That's cool to think about. I almost want to, I think, to me, County Office of Ed gets a real short stick of things. And it's located in Pleasant Hill. So they often have events at their Santa Barbara place. So that could be of interest for parents. So that would be, I would think of County Office of Ed.
That's great.
And I'll have to think. So that's a good thing for us to think about, to just basically shoot you a message, right? Hey, consider throwing this website into
Just give me the URL. Yeah, I'll add it to the bot. And I don't know that I feel like sports, You know, some sports stuff like the high school. We just got an email. College Park is having some kind of football game.
Yep.
And I guess they want the community to go so they can sell tickets and raise money and stuff. So I think there's things like that, you know, that the schools would want the community to come to so that they could raise money.
Great. Thank you. I think this is a cool way. And then, because then the idea is then that will go to Jeff so he can put it then in the Outlook, right?
Right.
A
And
curated list.
a curated list, and then eventually I could turn it into a Google Calendar that like the community could subscribe to, or MDUSD could at least have a link to on their website.
Okay. Got it.
Options.
So Erin, I think just because being a past principal and what I used to do with those kind of events and how we used to publicize it, I know at the beginning of the school year with my staff, I would give them a calendar of events of the school year, like every month. So they would calendar it in their calendar and not be doing something, planning something on that day. So an example would be back to school night or the band, you know, the end of the year band performance, just things like the open house, just big events like that. So I think I see where you're heading. I like that idea. I think it might be nice so that the principals of the school would understand what you're trying to get at is to talk to your principal and find out what kind of events do you have where you have the public attend that you would like to draw the crowd and that you would like us to post it in, would they post it in Outlook? No, is it the online Outlook, right?
Yeah, I
The
mean, it
city.
could also go in the Outlook if we have enough
Right.
lead time. The
Right.
event, that's the other
Right,
problem. with the-
but I'm just saying, I think they need to understand it because their books are full.
Yep.
Their plates are full. To ask them to do one more thing. They're not. I can tell you that much. And then they'll delegate it to somebody else. So, I mean, that's my suggestion. I mean, I don't know.
The
I'm just thinking
PFCs
about past experience, you know.
Or we can ask school, what is the calendar look like for them, because they already plan 1 year of calendar. So we can ask them and we can update that calendar in our calendar. That's also can be helpful.
It sounds like we may not be able to do a calendar though. That may be
We just can't link, it just can't be linked on our,
Okay.
right.
Okay, I got it. Like basically you're saying we could potentially have principals or families like subscribe to this calendar.
We could do our own like public outreach and get people to subscribe. We could have MDUSD send people links to it. You know, but essentially whoever owns the Gmail account would be responsible for maintaining it and owning it. You know, and again, like happy to pass around the ownership of that account. Doesn't just have to be me, but I think that was the concern of the city website
Yeah.
was that they, you know,
But it's also cool if we can get the bot to kind of grab those
The-
pieces.
yes.
Then that can really do a lot of the work.
The bot does the work. Yeah, exactly. Like, so there would be sources that are just scanned once a week and the email. So, you know, if people email the email account, it would just automatically get processed. Yeah.
AI for good. Okay, so the next one is the article for the Outlook newsletter. We have the November, December newsletter that's coming up, that's due in September. Okay, Jeannie, I don't think did yours end up, it didn't end up in the June one, but is it coming up? Nice, yay, this is neat. Okay, so does anybody want to write? November, December.
We could,
Because that's.
Well, the city will already be doing something. There will already be a big thing online tonight, so something education. November,
we
December.
could, as a backup, unless we have a better idea, we could just take the work that we do with the annual presentation and just turn it into an article.
Yes, that's a great idea.
Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. I'll lean on
Aaron, can you
strategic pillar
repeat that? I
two.
missed it. I was taking notes.
Take the the annual presentation we're going to do and just turn it into an article as well.
Got it.
I love it. Okay, reports and announcements. We have, the Bike Family Fest is coming right up. Actually, Big Area Bike is out there right now, which is kind of funny. They're the one, Big Area Bike Coalition, something like that. They are out there at the, Off the Grid, that's their organization out there tonight. And they're hosting another Bike Family Fest. It's a great opportunity for kids, even like school kids, to go to that. It's kind of a fun event. The last time I talked to Kara, she said they still need volunteers. So if you know of people who are looking for volunteer opportunities, the Bay Area, that Bike Family Fest, I think they have a website, so you can help them to sign up genius. So if you're interested, that's a great connection. I'm trying to get my high schooler to volunteer at that, is really cool. So that's coming up, and we also have Community Service Day that's coming up on September 27th. And the Educational Commission didn't do anything last year other than a lot of the community service events are at our schools. So you may want to connect with your school to find out if they're hosting an event, and that's a great way to show up. So it's a great way to contribute. It's a great way to be just a parent on the, a person on the ground, helping with whatever they have. The submissions, I think, for the projects were due early August, so some of them make it, some of them don't. But it's a great day. Rita from the Diversity Commission let me know she wasn't going to be here, and she did let me know that the Diversity Commission is signed up to help that day. So they are volunteers, and that made me think, do you guys want to volunteer as a commission, or do you want to volunteer with your schools? It makes sense to volunteer with our schools. Right, connect with your school. Okay, so connect with your schools, see if you can sign up with them for that day. I thought that would be that would be a really good, easy connection for us. Where it's not coming together and like all going to some random park together didn't make as much sense when we have a lot of school people out. Do you know exactly what the projects are? Have they been announced?
No, I was gonna look on the website. There may be some project lists there.
Anything else for the order?
I did want to add, I was asked to remind everybody regarding Community Service Day, and specifically if you can let your schools know that the breakfast, including the pancakes and the coffee and the hot chocolate, it's provided. You guys probably know, is it the Lions Club or the Lions Club? One of the two.
I think it's Lions, yeah.
So they provide this big breakfast. It's at Pleasant Hill Park, and it's at the very beginning of the day. And so a lot of people who are volunteering don't know that, and they go directly to their volunteer site. And then there's a lot of pancakes and hot chocolates that are made for the volunteers, but they don't get them because they went directly to their volunteer site. So just remind your schools and anybody you know that's volunteering yourselves, go to Pleasant Hill Park first, you check in, you get your breakfast, and then from there, everybody launches off to their volunteer sites.
What time is church? 7 a.m.
I think it's 7 a.m.
So I do see that the sign up is ready and available, so we can sign up. So College Park has one, Valhalla has one, Gregory Gardens has one. There's several senior yard cleanups that are near schools. I can see that.
It's 7:30 a.m. and the breakfast is provided by the Lions Club. Yeah, so 7:30 a.m. Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. So just, so Sequoia Elementary has one, but Creative Play is technically a part of our school community, right? It's not a public school, but to me, they would be considered a school community if anybody wanted to. And then Youth Homes is doing a church project. So that's definitely an interesting kind of intersection of things, right? So Youth Homes supports youth in foster care. That's the youth homes organization. So it's kind of a specific population that we probably are not as part of our education. To think about. Mike Buildathon, Mike Boney. Awesome. A lot of helping of seniors, which is cool. Anybody have a report or announcement that they want for the order? Good. Go ahead, Sugar.
All right, so I met the principal of Park High on July 10th, and we had a really brief discussion about school, how they're going to start a new year, a new session of the study. So there we discuss about, in last meeting, we talked about the road safety and bike thing. He mentioned that yes, and he's going to invite me for parent teacher meet, and there we're going to talk more about the safety. And he mentioned one more thing, that kids walk or they take a bike, but there is a 4-lane, which I always talk about, the Taylor and Morello. And that is a point of concern. And he said that even in parent teacher meeting, they talked about it. And it seems to be getting a little serious issue because the cars are just moving. Sometimes they don't even stop. Yes. Which goes straight to Martinez. So that's the concern he raised. And then we talked about how we can create a better environment. And then he spoke about we can have a youth team of hackathon. We can organize math hackathon and all this STEM thing. We talked about the school need a certified athlete trainer, and they are unable to find it. So he asked me, in your community or anyone known to known, they know anyone who is interested and is certified athlete trainer, we would love to welcome. They have funding, they have everything, but they don't have certified trainer. So if anyone of you know, you can recommend for Park High. So yeah, this is all the things we talked in the school, and next meeting will be in next 2 weeks. So I will update you for the next meeting. Yeah, I'm just going back and forth to the school because it's literally 5 minutes walking from my place. So I'm more engaged now. Yeah.
Anybody else?
So I sent, after the installation of our incredible art display from Valhalla, I sent an update to the principal and the parent leadership of Valhalla about it with pictures. I took lots of pictures, sharing this really great thing. And for the first time ever, dear reader,
I haven't had mine on. Go
yeah,
ahead.
get ready, everybody. Dear reader, I'm so happy to tell you, I got a response from the principal. I've sent so many emails. I got a response and I want to read it. Wow. Thank you so much for sharing, Theodora. Unquote. And so I tear up a little bit now, even thinking about it. So I wrote back immediately and wrote back and wrote, thank you, the display is fantastic, and said, I can't wait to meet with you. And was heading out at that time and blah, blah, blah. And then no response. But to quote a very famous modern rock artist from Britain, unfortunately turned alt-right celebrity, Morrissey, the more you ignore me, the closer I get. And so I will be continuing. I'm going to try to go to the community service day at Valhalla. And I'm going to be setting up an appointment to meet with her. I said that, actually sent another message and said, can't wait to see you. I'm back from my trip. But the fact that we got a response and she was so excited, is really good news. So I just wanted to share that. Thank you, Jeff. Oh, and thanks to Jeff.
Happy to help.
Got a wow. Awesome. Anybody else? Yeah, go ahead, Jeannie.
I'm sorry, I was at Sequoia Middle School at a meeting in the library. And I noticed that they have a beautiful library with lots of books. and no librarian. And so all the middle school and high school, right, don't have a librarian in their library. And it's really sad to just see that wasted. And it's just sitting there and it's not being used. So can the Education Commission help in some way in that respect at the middle school? I mean, it's just a shame. I mean, I'm sure, I don't know why the parent clubs don't get involved in it more, you know, to have volunteers or whatever. But it's just sitting there. And so my son-in-law said, well, shoot, I'll just come in and just volunteer and reorganize the books because he's an avid reader and he loves going to the public library. So I'm just wondering, I mean, when you go to the library, you'll see that it's just there with so many beautiful books in there.
Yeah.
And so as an ed commission, do I have a responsibility in that respect? I don't know. I'm just putting it out there.
I think you can definitely help to think about it and figure out ways to solve that. You could talk to Patrick. I know that he's really concerned about that too. You know, see what he recommends. My immediate thought is the PFC. They should fund a librarian. They should just fund that. That's something that sorry, the parent faculty committee. So the PTA, right. Although that apparently that's like an official trademarked
It is.
thing that you can't just use, which
Right.
is weird. But yes, the PTA. So at Sequoia Elementary, the PTA pays for qualified district employees. We just pay for it. So that's one possibility. The Sequoia, I just happened to just briefly touch and be involved with the PFC Sequoia Middle, and I think there's a tremendous room for improvement there in fundraising and things. So, but that's something that they could have a goal for. But I would talk to Patrick, like that's definitely his bailiwick.
I would also just encourage you to understand where the district, like what the district has decided to not fund it. So to me, that's one of the other things, like can a PFC fund the position? What does that look like? And at College Park, I know there was a little bit of like a uproar about it. And I have mixed feelings on it, but I do know that libraries aren't utilized in the same way that they were. So at College Park, they were making it more of a study space where kids could come, and it sounds like they're trying to get more books back because I think they kind of decimated the book population, if you will. But there's like our library looks so much different. Our stacks are minimal, and we it's more of a community space and a gathering space for libraries these days rather than just like walls and walls of books. So it's interesting to think about what that might do. And I don't have like an answer. I don't know that we have a responsibility, but I think that we could, what maybe happens at one place, we might be able to replicate or share the message of what happened. Like Strandwood lost their librarian, right? I think everyone lost their librarian.
So it's just not being utilized?
They're not being paid for.
Yeah.
So
nobody,
the rooms are,
there are just walls and walls and walls. of
yeah,
books
I
in
think
that
they're
library.
kind of empty spaces, probably used for meetings of some sort, but that's it.
Well, it's surrounded with shelves and shelves and shelves of books
Mhm.
and bookcases. And they do have a conference table and they do have a meeting in there.
Yeah.
Surrounded by
Mhm.
beautiful books,
Mhm.
beautiful.
Yeah. So it would be interesting for this Education Commission to kind of understand what the schools are doing with their libraries or how they're utilizing them. So maybe we could come together to understand, I think Pleasant Hill Middle basically has said, we have the library right there. We're not going to spend a lot of time, energy, effort to make this a big deal. I think their library's been turned into a resource room.
And yes, I can understand that. And at Sequoia, they draw from different schools.
Right.
From all over the district.
Yeah.
And there lies the difference.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
I guess that's my question is, what does this look like elsewhere in the district in terms of, does this become district-wide librarians or?
Yeah, district, yeah. So we would probably want to think about Medea, like, right, the teachers union probably has an opinion on it. The school district probably has an opinion on it. We might want
it's
to
all
learn
political.
about various sides of things just before we And I think it would behoove of us to talk with our schools to find out what's their opinion on it, what they are thinking about doing, what's their plan, and we can kind of cross collaborate here. I know it's probably a pretty sore subject for some folks. So there's nothing that we're obligated to do, but there are things that we could do, and understanding the decisions would be the first start.
The union, buy a room. Floor.
Right. Yeah.
Somebody will come and talk.
Yeah.
As a teacher, as an administrator.
Mhm.
So you know that.
Yeah.
Because it's a union job and you're taking over. You're right, there's all kinds of factors. Consider you have to be really careful. I just see all the books.
Mhm.
I know my girls love to go to the library, public library, and they love to borrow books.
Mhm.
And it'd be nice if they had that access just right there in
Yeah.
school.
Yep.
Also. The move handles.
So can we, Zach, can you help me remember to put that on the meeting agenda for next month? So that's a kind of a cool topic to talk with your schools about as you're reintroducing yourselves, is like, how do you guys handle the lack of the library, or what are you doing with your library space? Let's bring that back and start the conversation about it here. You might get a bunch of different kinds of stories and a bunch of opinions. And it'd be just interesting to know what's going around and what's going on. And then we can probably invite Patrick back as we start to understand, and we want to brainstorm, what can the city do? Well, the county library that's located within the city, but we have a little bit of the information from Patrick today that they're trying to get all third graders to have a library card at the public library. So that's kind of cool too. So, and that would be countywide. So that would even include the kids who attend Sequoia that live in another city, their local library, because they're likely served by the Contra Costa County Library System. Yeah. So, okay. All right. Thank you. Our next meeting is.
Oh, I did have a quick announcement,
sorry.
Lindsay.
We
So
didn't talk about, hold on, we didn't talk about. Never mind. Go ahead. I thought we had elections on here.
Yeah, I thought
Number 11.
That's school events. I thought it was
Oh.
school elections. We didn't talk about that. We can talk about elections next time.
Oh, okay. For this commission? Or-
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. So I have accepted a job at a neighboring jurisdiction, so I'll be working for the city of Antioch.
God.
Yeah, so career opportunity for me. I'll be the Community and Economic Development Director there,
nice.
beginning next month. So thank you very much. So I'm very
Are
happy.
you staying in Pleasant Hill?
Oh, I'm definitely staying in Pleasant Hill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I want to get that Pleasant Hill magazine, so I want to single family home status right here in the city. Yes, it's a breezy commute. I've done it because it's a reverse commute. Yeah, it's only 28 minutes. Yeah. So my last day here will be September 12th. So for the next meeting, we haven't figured it out at staff who's going to be the replacement staff liaison. It might be a rotation. It might be a permanent person. Jeff may come back. Jeff Gillette was the staff liaison before me, by the way. Yeah. So just wanted to let you all know that, but I'll be transitioning everything along to whoever the next staff person is. And Lindsay, you'll be in touch with them to put together the agenda.
Cool.
I'll do the minutes for today and hand it off to them.
Great.
Yep.
My announcement is that we need to hold elections next time, and I would really like to cede some power. So I'd really like for y'all to consider jumping into this position. I don't know how Shaheen feels.
Or this position.
Oh. So just so you know, I'm also happy to, I'm staying on until April of 2027. So I would be available for helping, but I'm ready. New leadership. So anyway, we'll talk about that at the September meeting. The next meeting is September. Thank you. 25. Meeting is adjourned. I'm commanding it. 8:20.
Oh,
Yeah. You know what? If you guys like